what's up YouTube? ODST General back again. I'm still a little bit sick here, guys. My voice has mainly come back, though. Still lost a little bit of it here, so bear with me. Obviously, we've got some more Operation Trebuchet news. Another uplink came out. Some of this we did discuss in my last video. A lot of this stuff is going to be new, though. So, let's start with the introduction. They just talked a little bit about Halo 5 and some spoiler stuff. Unfortunately, I've been broke, so I haven't been able to get Halo 5, so thankfully they did spoiler that out for me. So going down, user activity. Real Wraith Was Here has postponed his Halloween event by a week. Bourbon Warfare is hosting another Halo night on the 7th of November. Suraru and Cheeky Scrublord posted pictures of a frigate doing a ODST pod drop, and another one, Cheeky, posted the picture of a drop pod getting knocked on its side and the ODST standing on the inside of the pod. Camper Combo has posted screenshots of Zeus and Ari here on an Optray official server using Nightovizard's city layout. The subreddit hit 700 subscribers, which is a pretty small number compared to the 10,000 people that are subscribed on the Steam Workshop, and that's, not including people who have downloaded it independently through another source like myself. Fall of Reach has pink trees, officially. The animated series for Halo 5 showed that off. Going down the dev activity, this is where it starts to get good. McChaffey continues to crank out music for the mod. He adds a new track, which was released. I will probably not add the link this time around, but maybe another time I'll have something else to set up to make it a little bit easier to access that sort of thing. 880 has introduced us to the MA5K, which I showed off in my last video, and you guys should check out if you haven't seen that already. A cut-down carbine version of the MA5 series assault rifle featured in the novel Ghosts of Onyx. He also revisited optic mounting options for the MA5B and C variants. We saw that too in my last video, right after we looked at the MA5K. So, also check that out. Zephyr Souza has been redoing the SRS 99D S2AM sniper rifle. So the snipers are in the game, but they are redoing it here, and they're looking for feedback. So let's go to the pictures of those, and we'll take a look at it and kind of discuss that some. Imagers over capacity. Thankfully, I have them all ready to go on my my own video here. So I'll be honest with you guys, I couldn't remember what the sniper rifle looked like right offhand in the old version. So this looks pretty similar to me. I know it looks a little bit more detailed. The old sniper rifle, I think, was added somewhat hastily just to get a long-range weapon like that in the game. Something that could help kind of fill out that space for those long-range rifles, counterbalance, the assault rifle. And something longer than the DMR and the battle rifle were. The first shot we got is this back shot that you guys have seen. Hard to tell the difference. Side profile looks like this is where you can start to see the extra details that I don't really think were in there before. Another shot from the side. This one's angled slightly towards the front. Nothing too crazy here. Like I said, guys, if I had another picture with the actual in-game assault rifle, I'd talk more about the differences, but like I said, I can't honestly remember the differences right offhand. I do think this version's more detailed, though. We got the top shots, and then we've got this frontal view of the weapon. It looks really good, though. I mean, like I said, without having it memorized right offhand, it's a good-looking weapon. Now this next one's really exciting for a lot of people. A lot of people have been asking about this nonstop. So let's get to it. HK Urban has started wrestling with a particular carapace arachnid. It's still very work in progress, but rest assured, this 66-ton HE Sphere hunk of titanium will be on the battlefield very near future. And of course, that is the Scorpion tank. So let's take a look at this guy here. So looking at the model, it's really just been boxed out. This is really basic, like they said. It looks like there's going to be a few variants of the Scorpion tank. There's at least 3 different barrels that they have made here. Actually, the one on the tank looks slightly different than the green one in the middle. I thought they were the same, but looking at the one on the tank, it's just a tiny bit different. There's also a much smaller barrel on the left and a much larger barrel on the right. The Scorpion tank actually has changed a lot over the years. Obviously, it's the same variant of tank, but there's a lot of different versions of it. And there's a really heavily up-armored version that they are looking to do for like actual main battle tank stuff. As you guys can see, there is a guy in the gun turret here. And then if you go to the second picture here, there's 3 guys standing off to the side of the tank for size comparison to a person. And one of those guys, and this might be just kind of overreaching some, but that guy on the right's really tall. And it's got his face blocked off. It's all green. I'm kind of wondering if they're doing that in preparation for Spartans. If that just happens to be them going, okay, well, we need to fit Spartans in these vehicles now, so how big does this tank need to be for that guy to fit in there? Like I said, that could be overreaching, but I'd like to think that's what that's guy's, like a head and a half higher than the person next to him. He's got that blocked out face. So, Covenant side of things. Drake Duran has gotten another piece of work out. It's the Spirit Dropship. This is, of course, something we have seen previously. It's just this time it's been textured. It looks really good. He's definitely, like I said, he's been improving quite rapidly since he's joined the Operation Trebuchet team officially. And if it didn't show on the plasma pistol, which it did with the new improvements we'll see with his next release, it really shows with the Spirit. I mean, the texture on this thing looks really good. Obviously, you can see the creative differences a little bit better on this version of it. That window is looking a lot better. It's kind of interesting to see how they'll actually work in game. Like I said, I really feel that this is something that would have been better with picture-in-picture if configured correctly, although I don't think he can do that. Although with the help of the other Operation Trebuchet team members, you'd think that might be something that could get entered. That's what I would like to see personally, but, to each their own. Let's talk about the Covenant Carbine. That is also something we talked about in our last video. Which brings us to the next one. HK Urban, the Dog 88 and Indoor Bratster continue the development on the city. The name of the game this week is Verticality, which brings us to our first picture here. And this picture kind of reminds me of a level in Halo 2. And maybe you guys remember it, where you're coming through on the Warthogs and you're about to go into the main city, and you're chasing after the Scorpion, and this is kind of like that sewage area or something, or even the beachfront of New Mombasa even. It just looks really cool. You got the skyline in the back. I'm not sure if all this stuff is part of an ARMA map or something, or if it's going to be custom created stuff for the game. I'm not positive. I'm sure it's all textured and stuff. I'm sure it's probably actually part of ARMA. So that's Verticality. can you work your way up from the streets? And that brings us to our second picture. A bunch of guys on the bridge. This shows the doors that blocked up on the last level of Halo 3 ODST in that chase scene, where you'd have to go through, and there would be basically tunnels, like tiny little tunnels that would lock up on both sides with giant doors that go across the whole road. So that's what this here is. You got all this traffic blocked off, and it's a bunch of gen nets and warthogs. But yeah, you get that tunnel. I'm not sure if that door's gonna be able to open or not, but that'd be kind of interesting to see that sort of functionality. I'd imagine it's certainly possible. There's enough room on both sides for that to happen. Looks really cool though. I mean, they set up a good scene. And then the rest of it is to become the top dog, which brings us to the third and final picture. I think these platforms, I thought they were originally from ODST, and I remember that's incorrect. They remind me of something from Reach, I believe. There were some platforms similar to this. Not really sure if there's going to be a point to these, but they're, like I said, small details that really bring a mission or a game to life. And this just counts kind of towards that small detail type of thing. So it's great to have anything like that added in, even if it's not really going to super affect gameplay. So going on to the next thing. When we're on the subject of map, HK Airman wants your help finding reference pictures from the Halo games. And then they've got a link to that thread. Other members of the team are also working behind the scenes. You might see the fruits of their labor showcased in the coming weeks. That's all for now. Gotta get back to building the cityscape. If you all stay on your best behavior, good things might come your way. And that's really, I think, everything that's come out this week. I don't remember seeing anything in here that wasn't included in the uplink. So I think that's a video, guys. I did try, obviously in the background in between these screenshots, I've got some video that's going to be playing here, and I tried something a little bit new with the camera for the first time. It's a little bit buggy and it's not going to be perfect, but I tried setting up a somewhat of a Zeus mission, playing with the camera panning around and stuff, and hopefully that turned out pretty well. Anyways, guys, if you like the video, make sure to like, subscribe, share the video. Keep coming back for all your big and small Operation Trebuchet news and content, and yeah, just thanks for stopping by.